Let's jump into the game. Wow, WOW. And this is game number 1.
Wow.
I'm not even doing it on purpose, by the way. I'm like, my butt cheek clenches and the chair goes. So, look at the chair. So, game number 1, you need a booster board emote.
Oh god.
Game number 1, Puppypaw will be scooting on the bottom left side map.
No, that feels pretty good, yeah? Now, Puppypaw is the first guy who's actually going down. We've been seeing players go up and up and up every single round. The scouts always meet. This is the first time a player has had a goal to go down.
Wow. I was gonna say something, but that.
But you were like, wow, that's a very advanced word. What does it mean?
I was gonna mention my scouting pattern on this map, but I realized it would come off the wrong way.
Okay, tell me about your scouting pattern.
I was gonna say I like to go down. But that's why I prevented myself, and then you asked me about it. Because I'm a professional like that.
You're a professional, guys. Beastie doesn't cast in any other ways. But we do have 2 civs that doesn't do anything in Dark Age. So in the meantime, we can have top tier scout following. So guys, let me set that bad boy up so we can look at 2 scouts and do just fighting it out. Beastie, take the wheel. With words, I mean.
Sorry about that. The chair was cracking, it was throwing me off.
Jeez.
You really need a new chair. Like, holy smokes, this thing is, I mean, come on. Mine looks like shit, but yours is just fucking an instrument.
Stop. You're so mean to my chair.
Well, now you know how mine feels.
Oh my god.
Just getting bullied the whole time.
Wait, which turn?
Okay, there we have the milkshake. What is that? Is that a cherry on top?
Yeah.
That looks like one of those.
You know why
fake cherries.
he's got the milkshake?
Because he stole your milkshake.
Because he stole my milkshake.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that looks like one of those fake strawberry cherries.
Oh, that's strawberry cherry?
No. And not strawberry. Sweet cherry.
Oh.
You know, like those fake sugar cherry?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it kind of looks like. Okay, what are you...
I'm trying to put the headset around you so you can have game sound. No,
the wrong way around.
No.
I know.
This
Okay,
is...
America, get serious. This is a professional stream. It's Age of RTS. It's not
yes.
Age of, like, squeaking and cheers.
Yes.
Even though, you know. Ari. Okay. He's getting them sheep.
Love that.
Now, Marika, what do you have prediction for this game?
My prediction is the Puppypaw will... Hold on. Let me check the food. Food, very even. Damn.
Boom.
Damn.
Boom.
So with that amount of food, I'm a little bit worried for MSN because MSN, he sometimes does some goosing. And when I say goosing, I mean he gets greedy. And then he will dive that Khan in just a little bit too hard. But looking at the spawn here, I feel like Puppypaw has a pretty safe area. He gets to protect himself pretty easily with this. But you're going completely quiet.
I'm
very
just
worried. You're still focused on the chair?
It's Delhi. I don't need too much gold, and there's gonna be action-packed stuff. But I think if you do get attacked by Khan, you can always just get a couple of scholars out, heal him up a little bit, you know, and then you're completely fine. So,
Considering both of these civilizations, well, neither of these civilizations really go pro scouts or anything. The deer spawns are actually quite significant. If you take a look at this one, it's pretty close to the base, feels nice, but the same thing can be said on this side. And this side, you probably don't feel like investing too much because of the gold, but you have to, because this is what Golden Horde does. They go out on the map. Delhi gets to shut that down pretty quickly with the Ghazi Raiders, but we had a villager sneak his way out.
he blocked his stone.
Oh,
So you
that's
can't build.
disgusting.
Yeah. Wow.
That is disgusting. I did not
Lovely
expect that
move.
from Puppypaw.
That's a good move right there, and that actually is super annoying because now he has to send Khan there to defend that. But that barracks is in a very scuffed position because you want your production buildings around the tower to boost the production building or production speed. But because it's out there in the middle, it's just kind of being annoying. And look at that. Ooh, still being blocked. And he is going to finally make that. But not only did he block the stone, but he also prevented Khan from going around the map, which means that Ghazi are going to be ready to defend.
Now, with Ghazi's already coming out that quickly, Khan and the door goods. Now, the door goods, they don't heal themselves, right? So with the damage that's done, you don't get anything back. Khan, he gets to take a little bit of damage. Man will go back. He'll eventually heal up. But it does put you in a little bit of an awkward spot here. He goes for his secondary production building, also pretty far away here. And honestly, I'm a little surprised to see that. Already getting the barracks here, this tells me that he is planning on eventually getting a tower here.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. You usually do these buildings on gold, or a lot of players these days do them on the first deer pack. So you would send the villager and make a barracks on a deer pack, and then archer range, and then a tower. Because then you can use that tower to garrison your vills, but you also get the boosted income there. Or on gold, both are completely fine. So it's out of place, but it is what it is. He's gonna try to harass on the other side. We'll see if... Nope, there's Ghazis already in place. And these Ghazis are basically... Any damage they take is non-existent because they can just get healed up. So Puppypaw is trying to get some fighting going. So he can take the damage and do some damage. Because like I said, those Torgoods ain't healing themselves.
Now, survival techniques or professional scouts is coming on out for Puppypaw, and it makes sense. You're not really in a position where you want to move out. You know that your opponent also has that very versatile unit who's going to run around, chase anything and everything he wants to, and actually shut down you if you do leave your base. But with that, he's not going to have that question for himself at all. The Ghazi's in position, but the spears, MSN is playing this very carefully, putting all his units in the spot. Puppypaw knows this is happening, and he's not taking any risks. He doesn't see the spears. Oh, now he's going to pop on out. You'll see the spears. Decides to back off, because that is how you lose a Ghazi.
Yeah, and we see some more Ghazi chasing over here, trying to jump on the archers. And I gotta say, MSN went for kind of blind archers, right? Like, he just went barracks into archer range. He did not have any confirmation of spearmen from Puppypaw. So Puppypaw... If you're Puppy, you can actually just potentially skip Spearman or even go something crazy like Mass Ghazi and try to just overwhelm your opponent, because he's making a bit of everything. Like some Spearmen, some Archers, some Karash. So, oh, there we see another round of Archers, and they're kind of going to be completely useless.
And MSN, he doesn't really know what's happening on this side of Puppypaw. He sees these units, and that's all the information he has. Now, going out with this Khan and everything else to try and figure out what the move is. But by this point, he needs to know exactly what his opponent is doing. He needs to know what the secondary production building is. We see it. We see it's going to be archers. But you need to have this information when you're making a sound decision here. And right now, he's just flying in blind. He does see a Ghazi here to the corner, but again, this just pulls him away from his goal of actually trying to shut down what Delhi is doing. And this pro scouts, it is going to come in at a perfect time. He's going to already need to be able to fall back onto that food, and just really great timing here overall for Puppypaw. And MSN is not even going to know that this is a threat.
Ooh, that scout is step stuck right there next to the wall. He's gonna... Oh my god, he did not deny it. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was like last millisecond. But Golden Horde has a lot of units already. We see Puppypaw now switching into archers, and MSN with archers of his own. Now they're gonna have some use. Puppypaw with 16 Ghazi Raiders though. Like, that is a serious amount of units, and MSN perhaps needs to... Like, he sees it, but he needs to be mentally aware. Like, that is a lot of Ghazi. Like, I cannot afford to lose any spearmen, or otherwise I might be completely overwhelmed.
And he's already getting ready for the archer mass from MSN, and sure that, oh, when he steps off, every single time this happens, he just puts himself in a worse and worse position. Now these two standing at the back, they're going to be great for now, but oh my goodness, the Ghazi numbers just in such a mass that these two spears also need to back off, because those Ghazis are not going to be threatened by just 2 spears. They're going to be able to kill them if they so wanted. And this should tell MSN, you need a lot more spears. With the +1 ranged armor, it's going to be so hard to... Oh, and he steps off again.
Yeah, he's running from the units. He's trying to save them. And he will do so, but no decap on the sacred side. We see the Torguds are engaging on the right side or trying to jump on some of these units, but the thing is about Torguds, they don't really have as high damage as Ghazi would against archers. Oh, they might get caught here. Oh, this is not good. 2 Torguds are going to be going down immediately. And even though these Torguds don't have high damage, they basically serve as a kind of like a tanking unit for your spearmen a little bit to mix in there. So losing them for free is pretty painful, and Puppypaw so far trading very, very efficiently.
Now there are a few Torguds trying to find their way to get some damage. We can see the army is always on the heels of him. The decap coming through, and it does mean that this is going to be a nice situation for decaps, but he is still on that sacred side to get that extra bit of gold. Those 2 Torguds getting the whole army of Ghazis engaged, and at the same time, this was MSN's opening to try and make something happen, at least a little bit of a Torgud raid on the berries again, but the engagement, it definitely did pay off here for Puppypaw. Just getting him constantly overwhelmed and giving him more time to get more Ghazis. MSN's still investing in archers.
Oh my god, that Khan just went all the way forward. Okay, we see Keshik now coming to. No military upgrades from MSN, by the way. This is... He does not want to take a fight before he gets +1 range attack and armor. And Puppypaw has both, so I think he's going to be looking for that engagement. Probably noticing that MSN does not have the upgrades, and he just wants to fight right now.
The Khan does step forward. Oh, the Karash quickly getting picked off here at the back as well. This is the problem with having this many different units. When you are trying to stagger them and put them in a position, there's just going to be a unit that's always going to be at the back, that's always going to try to be at the front, and that you see this a lot with the Mechter. But with Karash here as well, they're always going to be standing to the back, trying to buff, but when you're running away, they are easily going to get picked off. And now more archers coming through, but the problem here is Puppypaw just has the perfect counter to that. He's got upgrades and he's got more archers.
Yeah, he really, MSN really needs to get blacksmith upgrades. Like, this is the amount of archers that are in play are not, you know, just a couple of archers. The blacksmith upgrades make a massive difference, and if he doesn't recognize this soon, I mean, having mass archer fights in Feudal Age where one side has 2 upgrade lead is pretty massive.
It does take a decent engagement here, and a few units will go down. The Kashyyyks and the Torguds really showing their value, but this is just to pull him back before taking that engagement. We see the tower already focusing on those Karash to make sure that the armor boost does not become too fruitful here. Spearmen trying to get to the front here, doing a lot of damage to the Ghazis. And archers, they're just not able to do any work. And you see that front line disappearing at the speed of light. And very quickly, this becomes more than just a fight issue. Villagers also fighting for their lives at the back here. But MSN, he is in a lot of danger, and he's still rallying his units forward.
Yeah, and we saw no target fire from MSN onto the enemy's archers. So his archers were kind of just shooting at the Ghazi, and Puppypaw's archers were shooting at the spearmen. So Puppypaw was just getting a lot more damage through. We see, I think, another blacksmith coming in, or was that a market? I'm not sure. Yeah, another blacksmith. So he's gonna prepare to go castle. He got a really good fight, so he feels pretty good about it. He said, you know what? After that fight, I reduced the army count. I can definitely get to castle and try to get my upgrades going.
Now, the units that we see here for MSN, he's still making more archers, and the problem is just there's not a clear response to the Ghazis. It feels like Puppypaw goes up, he gets 1 elephant, and this is over.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the MSN's army, like, it's spearmen. Like, if you compare the armies, these Ghazis might be enough to kill his whole army. So the Keshik, I think, are a bit too late to stack, like, a huge amount of them. So I think, yeah, he's gonna see the age up now, and that's not something he wants to see. No military upgrades yet. Do we even have blacksmith? No, I think he's completely forgotten to get blacksmith. There is none right now, and You know, this happens sometimes. You play a game, you finish a game, you're like, man, how did those fights go the way they did? And then you're like, oh, I did not get blacksmith upgrades. Oops. And now Puppypaw with double blacksmith will be able to get +2/+2 as well. Just basically a mass of archers. And even if MSN gets to age up at any point, it's going to be so long before he actually upgrades his units or just ages up in general.
Now, you can see with these archers, this was MSN's one moment to actually try and take an engagement, because if you are playing against your opponent who just aged up, this is the one moment where he's invested resources and you haven't. You've been producing non-stop. But we have God vision, we see that unit difference already, and MSN now pulling back, but still at the same time making units. It feels like he's trying to stick to Feudal, but Feudal is not going to save him yet. I love this with Puppypaw. He took the Ghazis and rearranged them so that the spear would not be able to click and take them down. But he does get the decap on the sacred side here, but more Keshiks on the way. And these Keshiks, they are going to need to perform miracles, because against an elephant, that's the only thing that will take them down, especially with this composition. No more spears coming out, it's just more Keshiks.com. And MSN, he doesn't have an answer to all these archers. With the +2 ranged attack coming in, those Keshiks are actually going to melt.
Yeah, and that one elephant can kill all the Kesh at this point, so... That one elephant, I feel like, has been in production for like a year now. Okay, it's finally out, but does he even need the Oliphant to finish this game?
No, these Keshiks are going to turn around, take a decent enough engagement, but as the +2 comes in, this is going to be so much scarier. Even with these archers now running for their lives, they're just going to let the front line come and then start attack moving. But these boys, they have a safe place to run to, and that safe place has a wonderful little spear at the top. MSN now still making Keshiks and still committing to Feudal here. And I'm actually so surprised to see that. I honestly thought MSN might see this and be like, okay, I go castle as well, maybe there's an answer there, but at the same time, what could he even make?
Oh god, that elephant almost one-shot Keshik when he hit him. So yeah, that elephant is just a raid boss and there's just no answer to it right now. And game number 1 will go to Puppypaw.
And I mean, this was a pretty convincing one. This is not something that MSN plays and he's like, okay, I got this. Next game is going to be much easier. I got a great Civ out of the way. You got his Delhi out of the way. And Delhi, this was already a favorable matchup for MSN.
Yeah, so you lost the matchup where your Civ is favored in. You lost your 3rd pick versus like 7th pick. And you lost it in a pretty standard way, right? So it's not like something happened weird or, you know, cheese or anything. It was just standard game. So, like I said, this one of those that feels pretty bad, you know, because I always talk about this. Sometimes you have matchups where, you know, you lose the matchup, but you're like, it was like my bad Civ versus his good Civ, and it's a best of 7. You know, we still got plenty of time to go. We still got plenty of Civs, but losing your top 3 Civs that you picked for land maps is a pretty rough one.
Now, Puppypaw, he is gonna need to cook hard if he wants to make sure that this one is gonna be clean. I say that, but then I see the picks in front of us, and as we can see, Taklak was sniped over good old Japan, but this is on a map that I honestly expected MSN to pull out his Abbasid.
Yeah, I mean, he could play a lot of things on Frisian. So he goes with Ottoman and JD. The JD meta is real on this.
JD has proven to be a little bit scary, especially with that early game presence. Brought by you? Did you bring JD to this map? Congratulations. Is this where you qualified in the 2nd week already?
Yeah. It's the JD.
The
JD and the Dream.
And why is JD so good?
Well, if you go Spearman in Dark Age, and even if you kill the dog, she levels up and then she pushes you back, right? Like, you don't even need to make units to push back the Spearman. And then you usually have this map revolving around feudal fighting, so having JD there, snack on XP, is really good, right? So yeah, MSN could have picked a lot of different things here, like Mongol, HRE, JD, Ayubid, even French. Abbasid Ottoman. So I feel like it was kind of like a could have been anything. For Puppypaw, I think it's like Tukluk for sure, and then it's what he prefers from the rest of the civs. And he says, you know what, I'm just gonna pick two really, really strong civs, and he has to play one of them. And now it's gonna be Japanese into Jeanne d'Arc.
Now, Japanese, they don't mind playing the early game, and you say JD is good, but so is Japan, especially in Dark Age on the map. And I think when you're playing against an opponent who is already someone who is going to rely on that first night too, I don't know how this plays out for someone who wants to go Dark Age versus Dark Age with JD in the mix. So JD, she doesn't have any significant advantage in the early game, of course. Like in Dark Age, she's a villager, a chonky villager.
Yeah.
Is she the equivalent of a spearman?
I don't think so. I think she does 7 damage, but her attack speed is pretty slow. So she can kind of fight off a spearman on gold or something, but you don't want to use her to defend, your dog necessarily.
When you know your opponent is going to go for a Dark Age barracks rush, most likely, do you double down on just getting the gold, putting a tower up?
No comment.
Look, okay. Okay, for
No
these.
comment.
Okay. See, this is the problem in Proscast. They can't reveal much.
Yeah, because it's a very specific thing, I feel like, with JD. Because
Okay.
there's a lot of, let's just say there's different ways he can deal with it. It's just about what he practiced and what he feels is the best or what he's the most comfortable with. I don't think there's necessarily a bad answer unless you like make a dock and just lose it and you lose all the fishing ships. That's pretty bad. So I think if you're MSN, you definitely expect barracks. So knowing that is like, okay, are you gonna age up? Are you gonna make a tower and gold? Are you gonna make a dock and then spearmen? Or what the plan is, we don't know. But whenever you play against a civ like Japanese, where you know they're gonna open Dark Age, sometimes the best thing to do is make a dock as Japanese.
As Japanese or against Japanese?
As Japanese, because if MSN's response is to age up into taking docks, if Puppypaw says I'm not going to make Dark Age barracks, instead I'm going to make a dock, then he has a lead. So it's a bit of a... It's in Japanese's favor in terms of how the builds go.
And with you not wanting to scout that way for optimal sheep scouting pattern, it's not going to be great for you to just go around. So that's the problem with Frisian, I think. The fact that you are not getting an optimal amount of scouting done because you're...
I mean, you're not getting any sheep if you go straight to the opponent's base. Like,
Okay.
there's no sheep there, so...
You get the info, but you don't have the food to sustain when you do
I mean,
that info.
the problem is there's like a scenario where the worst case scenario where you go beeline towards the opponent's base and you decide, okay, I'm just gonna age up, and then you go to their base, you see a dock, and then you see their scout go to your side of the map, and then they take your sheep and they went dock, and you're going age up.
Now we do see Puppypaw not going for any dock in the early game just yet. He goes straight for his barracks and makes sure that we know he's just playing standard old Japan. But at the same time, Emerson is the one going for a dock.
Yep, dock.
Yep, dock. Is
So-
this safe?
Well, it depends what his follow-up is going to be. So that dock will definitely be on fire. The question is if the fishing ships are going to be gone too.
Now, with that being said, he's doing a sneaky dock. This is not a dock on the first pond. This is not something that's going to get spotted instantly. But so is Puppypaw, going for his own dock as a follow-up.
Yeah, so Puppypaw, I wonder if he will end up only going for like a spearman or two. Now, he is going with that scouting forward. He wants to see, like, is there a dock? Now, is he going to turn around, though? That's the question. Because sometimes people will check this and turn around and be like, okay, he's not going dock. Now he's going to go, instead of checking all the way up, he's just going to check the golds. But look, he's searching for golds. He sees the first one. He's going to see the second one.
So
and
he
he's
thinks
going to
it's-
know that this is a dock now.
Why doesn't he know it's a barracks? Oh, he's double checking if it's
He's
a barracks.
double checking, but most likely it's not. He knows it's not a barracks because there's only 4 on food. So he should know that this is a dock, but it's just a hidden one, and you can see the spearman is instantly heading top.
That's
side.
pretty 5-head. Wow.
So yeah, you can deduct a lot, like based on scouting where the villagers are, where the positioning is, and you can kind of see what's going on. You can even like sometimes count how many trees are cut and see from there how many fishing ships they're going, or if they're having a tower and stuff like that. So yeah, we see one fishing ship. Oh, he wants to
Ooh.
block that. That does not block it. British.
Oh, what a sneaky
Oh,
snake.
if he actually managed to do that, that'd be a pretty cool move, but he did not. F. Now, Puppypaw, see, this is the thing. He went one spear. So MSN, because he's scout. Okay, he did scout the dock, but he went immediately for the age up because he saw that Puppypaw is scouting. He saw the spearman, so he assumed it's just constant spearman production. But Puppypaw actually went one spearman into a dock and now more spearmen. So MSN kind of shot himself in the foot by trying to go for fast age up, and now is going to be behind economically very soon.
Now, what is MSN's way of getting back into this economically? By killing a villager with the knight, if he does get there. But even with that, you already have the response to it. You already have a barracks. You can just produce another spearman or two to protect what you need. And I like this about Puppypaw. He also didn't go too greedy. He just went for one fishing boat and called it a day. So we'll keep an eye on that dock as it's being burned with the scout as well. Those sheep are not going to come home. And it does mean that this is going to start running low quite a bit. And the scout is pretty far away to deliver the rest. But more spears are going to be making their way through. And we see another one being put in queue. He wants to burn that thing down and he wants it now. But only using 2 to age up a school of cavalry. It means that dock will most likely already bite the dust by the time he gets there.
So the problem by making this kind of second dock is it's nice because it's further away, but it's also further away and you can't repair it in time. Which is why if you go for a dock, you usually like to go for the first one. Oh, there's the sheep not picked up yet in the back.
Ooh, so Puppypaw is going to have a good day.
Yeah, so that dock should be going down for sure. We see another dock's gonna come for Puppypaw, and the problem is most of the civs right now would be in a lot of trouble because the spearmen are on the map, so now you have to make archers, but because he's JD, he can just make knights and get like a ranged JD or melee JD to kind of deal with that. So
I love how he pulled the wolf trying to pull him onto the villager, but not going to be happening today. Poor little wolf will run safely back to his spot, but the dock does go down, and that already feels pretty good for Puppypaw. You do see that he has 2 on gold, securing him that...
Sorry to interrupt, he's gonna get pop capped.
Oh.
He does not realize. Oh my god, and he got pop capped at the worst time. The villager was about to pop out.
Oh, and you can see him trying to rush that up. TC idle starting to stack up a little bit here. Oh, never mind, it doesn't actually count for it, but pretty 5-head.
Yeah.
Now,
unfortunate.
With the dock going down, we now take our attention straight towards the nightlife. Now, JD, she is going to be able to age up pretty soon, not instantly the moment the School of Cavalry finishes. So this doesn't mean she's the response to the spears just yet. She needs to go build something else. And archery range is the quick follow-up. But like you said, he didn't necessarily need to go for archers. He still goes for it. Where does that put him?
I'm assuming he's going to go for a counter push immediately because... like, right now, he is behind, and that wolf came back. Bite him, literally. So he probably wants to, like, clear this up and then put some counter pressure on the map. Because even if you, let's say, go for docks right now, you're already 4 fishing ships behind. Like, that's not, you know, just make docks and now you're chilling. You gotta want to do some counter damage like you mentioned earlier. But let's say he's gonna remake the dock, or he's gonna start remaking them one by one, and oh, second one already queued. Oh, he's sending 2 villagers out. Okay, the knight, can we check where it is? It's probably going to be hunting for that villager. He knows it's there.
I'll get the camera on it.
Meanwhile, the age up is coming. Kura storehouse, the tower on the gold with 5 on gold, very interesting. So that might be couple of spearmen into fast castle angle, we will see. But at the same time, if he does do that, he risks losing fishing ships.
Now, we've seen Japan do this pretty well, too. And look at that, the scout is blocking. It does look like he will get a victim, but a little bit of a scuffed situation. Does not get the way through. The scout is blocking him. Scout, unfortunately, not the MVP here, but he might be forced through.
He will jump inside. Oh my god, the scout is stuck.
Scout is stuck. Oh, but the scout is going to be able to take down the villager. Knight decides to go for a different angle. And JD is fighting his scout, but the scout is getting the information he needs. That MSN is going for water after all.
Are you stuck, Step Scout?
Now, his poor Step Scout is going to have to fight his way through.
Funny. Losing, like, I mean, he didn't lose a scout, right? But not having a scout this early is actually really, really annoying. And we see some Spanish brother building placement around that TC. Just completely blocking every future farm possible. Look at that.
Now, he's going for horsemen through all of this. I pointed to the stables thinking, okay, now maybe this is going to be that fast castle, but he even gets an eco upgrade. This is so unlike Puppypaw. So, definitely going to be, working for that, but MSN overextending you a little bit and taking quite a bit of damage onto those knights. And this is what I talked about. Puppypaw is the kind of guy who's going to get every single shot he can on those knights. And just like that, already getting a pretty decent chunk of health gone. The archers, though, they're going to be a decent answer to it. Problem is...
Now, Mariko, you know what the real problem is here?
What?
That scout being stuck is worth killing or losing a villager because MSN has no clue that there's horsemen on them.
And JD is going to pay a
And he is very
price.
committed with his archers. Puppypaw might wait for 2 horsemen extra, or he might go right now because if he jumps on his army right now, MSN is going to lose JD and all the archers. The horsemen are now coming back. And that's going to be a complete cleanup here. And MSN... because he saw 5 on gold with the tower, he might be thinking that this is a fast castle play, but it is definitely not.
And it's something I think most people would not have been able to predict with double broadaxe also coming out. This is just going to be an overwhelming feudal push. The archers now trying to shut down all this fishing. They didn't get a kill, and just like that, the fishing is back online. Few seconds of idle time, and JD is risking her life for it.
Yeah, he intercepted the reinforcements, and now he's just going to go back and clean these up. And the thing is, JD is very similar like French. If you lose an army, it is very, very bad for you. Like, you're not a civ that has bonus eco, so your units are very, very strong, but you produce the units very slowly. So yeah, this JD loss is going to cost him gold, and then all these archers getting reset to nothing. I mean, he's going to have 1 archer, I think, back at home.
And JD now, she's back out already. He knows how important it is for her to get that experience, but Puppypaw, he has the units to respond to this. Now, there's a bunch of horses and nothing MSN can do about it. He does have a spear already on the field, but he's going to need a lot more. Going for another fishing boat, and the problem is with all of these torches standing around, there we go, the demo ship in the queue. I was about to say, you want to find a way to respond to this, even it being an arrow ship, anything, but I still think this is going to go on fire anyway.
Yeah, is that demo ship gonna... Oh my god, he deleted the dock! He deleted the dock so the units would move forward, and he got a big demo on all the units. Okay, okay, I see you, brother. And now those units are all juiced out for JDXP.
Same time, he's trying to make miracles happen in the base, and he does get a villager pick-off, but... that's just a group of knights that are definitely gonna be vulnerable if he loses a little bit of focus here, because now they're just standing around waiting, and JD, she's again making her move out. This time feeling a lot more confident with those low HP horses, but it looks like Puppypaw also feels that confidence.
This game went from very bad for MSN to 1 demo ship away, and now it's very... questionable for Puppypaw. Now he is aging up, and you know why he's aging up? He got that good fight and he's like, let me get a quick age up. But after getting all these units damaged, like this is just XP. Like, if you look at his army, that's his whole army. And now he's aging up to castle. If MSN just dives on the age up or on the gold and holds them there, this is going to be a very rough one for Puppypaw.
Now, The one thing that I can point out here is there's a little bit of a difference here between what some of the players would do. Intercepting a lot of these spears would have been, or a lot of the horses would have been possible with that raider army that he had, but he just wasn't ready for it. And now +1 range defense coming in, he's going to play that feudal game. And we talked about this a bit earlier on stream before you joined us. MSN is a feudal king. This man is going to play feudal as long as he needs to, and he's going to keep on making units. Now, with that being said, JD needs to heal up her boys, and that's exactly what she does. But the eco is still decent here. Fishing ships are still pumping. Problem is, MSN is also doing exactly that. Slowly starting to add the rest of those to try and just get that advantage. But the knights, they're still looking for a little bit of damage as the archers are getting those upgrades into.
Oh, the food is out for Puppypaw. So he's trying to snack on those berries, but snack he will not. Actually, he will. He's snacking on them right now. So that is pretty rough. Actually, I think MSN is waiting for +1 ranged armor to dive, but these towers would have popped in like 5 seconds with this amount of melee units on them. And I think he's giving Puppypaw a lot of time to gather a lot of gold and to be able to go for those mounted samurai. But Puppypaw at the same time does not have archers, so these mounted samurai... There's 18, 19 spearmen right now, so they're gonna have a pretty rough time dealing with these guys.
And a little bit of experience coming through here and there, but JD is still pretty far off. And I mean, Puppypaw, he's got the gold, like you said, he's been given that breathing room, and he's got the gold to actually respond to this. Ooh, extending a little bit far forward here. Gets a little TC, few shots off, but the problem is now the outposts are in place and they are at least reinforced. They're not going to go down anytime soon. And MSN, it feels like he's lost his timing here, but he doesn't feel the same way. He's going to go and shut this down. But the horses, they're looking for their own little bit of damage, and there's a few mounted samurai in there. There's nothing in the base to actually stop that.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna go maybe pick off fishing ships. Luckily for MSN, he's going for fishing ships, because if he just beeline for the gold, this would be a lot more idle time for MSN. And I think MSN might be now looking for the dive, especially when he sees these units harassing. He might be looking for the dive, but I don't know. This is gonna be 25 villagers garrison with soon to have +1 ranged attack as well. And you can see him kind of like being like, oh, why not? Because if this fails, the game is probably going to be over for you. And Puppypaw is just kind of doing the good thing, just kiting him around, being like, yeah, just sit under the towers. That's fine with me. Should target fire JD, does target fire JD, so she will be going down. She's stuck into that archer range. The units are going everywhere, but I am not very convinced that this is getting the damage done that he needs to. Now, if he goes over here and snacks on these, that's going to be quite a bit of eco damage.
And the archers do spot it, but there's still a lot of spears under the TC just taking fire, and villagers moving out perfectly here from Puppypaw. He responds to this well, and that's the beauty of having that wheelbarrow. And on the tiny screen, you can see there's still that horse raid that shut down the docks. A lot of dead knights everywhere, and a little bit of a samurai play coming out from this as well. I'm loving this from Puppypaw, just switching it up a little bit. But of course, we have to keep in mind that was still significant losses here. 10 villagers going down. But MSN, he's still in a bit of danger. That's a lot of mounted samurai to handle. And there is a bit of food for him to fall back on. Now, of course, you do see Puppypaw feeling a little bit more confident to take out a little step towards the deer and make sure that he stays in it. But MSN still staying in feudal. Still making units, and he's not planning on changing that plan at all. And you guys can see that red raiding group, it's still just looking for the damage out.
And he's going for the siege engineering now, but it's one of those, if he got it earlier, I feel like that could have been really, really good for him. But now the unit count is looking a lot worse than it was, because earlier he had a way bigger lead. And I think that's the thing, like these high-level games, if you miss the timing, the game looks completely different. And I feel like before the towers got fortified, he could have definitely knocked down both of the towers really quick. He would have lost some units, but then the Japanese does not have any gold, so no mounted samurai coming out. But in this specific case, he might be trying again. But yeah, these are 45. They're going to take a really long time to get down.
The archers are in position to just snipe out what they need to. Spears taking a front line there on the mounted samurais. JD is almost ready to age up, but that tower, like you said, it just takes forever. Yumi's now making life a little bit harder for these spears. And you can see MSN, even though he got that upgrade, he's not going for rams of his own. He knows this is going to take forever. And JD again being target fired. This is just showing us again and again JD paying the price for MSN's sneaky little plays. But again, the raiding army just destroying everything in front of them, and the docks are mostly all down.
Yeah, I mean, as well as when the dogs go down, he obviously gets, you know, population reduced as well, so it's kind of unfortunate. The JD, the demon, is back. She is almost level 3. But we have 9 mounted samurai, archers with +2 attack now, rams coming in, but I think it might be a little bit too late. He is ahead in workers, but we have to have in mind that Puppypaw has the option of going for relics, and he can also put Yorishiro in town center to increase the villager production and catch up. Now the archers are snacking on the spearmen, and the spearmen are just chilling as they're getting just shot in the back by the Yumi.
Now, we've seen this from MSN before. Earlier today, he made exactly the same moves here, where building those rams cost him the game, just pushing forward a little bit too greedily. JD now trying to get into range for a little bit of experience. She does take a shot, but doesn't kill a Yumi there. And quickly, this just starts to get scarier and scarier with time. And again, we're looking at that raiding group of horses, and this is not Puppypaw's full army. He gets to collapse and bring the rest of his army here and shut this down permanently.
Yeah, that's a lot of mounted samurai now. This just looks like a pretty rough one for MSN. Puppypaw is going to be kiting. He wants to make sure he doesn't get fully engaged on. Ooh, JD! Oh my god, if she gets sniped, that is really bad. She was... Does she have enough XP? Okay, not quite, but that is really unfortunate. He cannot buy her back. I'm pretty sure that it's still on the cooldown. The rams go down. He needs to get the gold somewhere, but I don't think he's in any rush considering how many units he has.
Now, with all of the units he's got, he is not even thinking about that. No relic play from him coming on out, but still, not even his full army. That was not his final form. There's still a ton of horses now going to be making their way towards the army and collapsing on them together. MSN putting quite a bit of gold here, but the food is the issue. And now the armies collide, finally finding their way. JD is brought back yet again, but now it is the final fight and the villagers are in front line, quickly going down. JD finally getting that experience she would need to age up, but she's not aging up to level 4 to turn the tides. She is just a plain old horse, JD, who is just tickling away at these mounted samurais.
Yeah, and game number 2 goes to Puppypaw. Just like that.
Showing us again the beauty of just waiting and raiding. And he's not too focused on these pushes that are under his TC. He knows the real damage is in his opponent's base, while his opponent is laser focused on making something happen.
Right. I wonder, what do you do now as MSN? So they have played Gorge. That was just not. Oh, Frisian. So he obviously went from land map to like a hybrid map. Is he going to super spice it up and go water map? I doubt. I doubt.
Going for a water map would be quite wild.
I think you go back to land map.
Yeah.
You go, wait, maybe I go back to land actually. But to be fair, I think that was a better game for him than the first one. He just made one mistake, right? Of not committing to the towers. And like I said, if you miss that timing, I mean, the game just looks completely different.
It spiraled out of control so fast, with Puppypaw just capitalizing on every bit of advantage and every mistake that MSN dared make. Ladies and gents, it's time for us to hop on in to game number 3 between Puppypaw and Mr. MSN.
Can I see the chat?
Yeah.
So I can know who to ban after.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, people are asking about the dating show. We have a few single lads on the roster. I just need to get them to sign up. Yeah. We've got Anatant.
No, I said, what do you mean few?
All of them. Yes, we've got all the single guys, and we have one woman to date among them all.
Damn.
That's pretty. That's
Boy,
pretty.
I know a picture that you can use for the,
No,
for the promotion.
that's a really good idea.
For the dating show promotion. Do you know? You guys know what I mean.
I know exactly
It's
what
a-
picture you're talking about.
Yeah.
Twitch chat. No, Cascade. No. I don't think that's allowed. I don't think that's allowed.
What do you mean? I'm just saying, like in those, what are they called? Like in Bachelorette. Like those kinds of things. What did you think?
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
Yeah, those. Yeah.
Okay, but we still need to think about how we're gonna get the players to introduce themselves. Do we make it like a real dating show where someone's?
I already. Oh,
Okay.
you mean that? No, I had a crazy idea for player introduction. We put look. We put the camera there, and they walk down the hallway, and they enter.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's a good point. Write that down. Write that down right now.
Okay, Twitch chat, can you write that down? Oh my god, what is this?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
He got a beastie spawn. I never seen Puppypaw do this because he's never gotten the beastie spawn.
It's a special spawn, but I like that he's only going for 2, which means he's probably gonna go for a wheelbarrow in Dark
I
Age.
don't know. What is he gonna go for?
I don't know, Beastie. You're the Beastie expert.
Oh, the intros for the dating show? I mean, you just do the whole thing like, my name is Anotand. I am 24 years old and I am a
Looking
model
for
for Head and Shoulder.
I'm looking for love.
I'm looking for love.
I'm looking for love in gaming. Yes. It was not very easy because there's not many women who play Age of Empires. Guys, if you know a single lady who lives in the region of Serbia who wants to be our second bachelorette, please let me know. You're like, no.
That's how you do the introductions. What do you mean? And then the questions, right? What's your favorite civ? My favorite civ is I love KT. Janitor very good age up. I always lose but good. It's OP.
Can I may be a guy, but I can go to Serbia for this. I don't know if we have the audience for that, but if you were a lady, then yes, but unfortunately. No, it's just for the we have enough guys. Yeah, exactly. We have enough guys. We need a little bit of diversity, guys.
We got
Calm
enough
down.
guys, but not enough.
Ooh, barracks got
Wow.
cancelled. Wow.
What
Wow.
is that gonna be?
That's not gonna be a barracks, I can tell you that. That's gonna be a horse. Wow.
Or reversed? It sure is.
It sure is. Now, admin in the chat, please just go click the button. MSN now just building buildings. Love that for him. Love that for him. Love that. See, I actually have an idea. Don't reverse the score. Let's flip the players. And
Well, it should be like that.
Yeah.
No, it's good. No, it's good. If you go like this, it's correct. Left should be at the top.
You're right. You're right. Maybe I
Okay.
was
Oh,
attentive
he sees that.
Ooh, he's very surprised.
Oh my god, what the fuck is happening?
Oh my god.
What the?
That thing shoots to China.
What?
Literally.
Did you see that?
Okay, do we want to get another... Can we get a few more shots here? Can you...
Well, it needs to... What the fuck was that? That was like a ranger range. Range Rover.
You know what a Range Rover is, right?
Yeah, I know. Milkshake.
And MSN is gonna go right
Wow.
back for it.
Yo, nerf that right now. It's a crazy landmark. I'm going to... Bro, if you put that landmark on the middle of the map, you can probably shoot the sheep under enemy TC.
That's true. You could. That's the new cheat.
I mean, that's the... Yeah.
Now, with Spearman, MSN is hoping for a miracle, because these guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but they're not that good against the Saharan Trade Network. Apparently, with the amount of spears, though, we'll see if he actually decides to invest. I don't want to say it, but siege engineering. That's pretty crazy, right?
That's crazy.
No,
What is he making? What is that?
that's an
Archer
archer
range.
Okay, he's just getting rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, I feel like I found out what MSN's weakness is. Do I say it publicly?
Yeah?
I'll say it.
Okay.
I feel like he always goes, okay, I made a barracks, I made a stable, I'm gonna make an archer range. Like, he doesn't really scout, like, oh, my opponent is too stable, I should have a second barracks. He just always makes...
Rock, paper, scissors.
Right,
Yeah.
but, like, if you're Puppypaw now, like, you can go another stable and then an archer range. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's always blindly going into the units. And I don't know if that's necessarily... Some civs is good with, but some civs, maybe not.
Maybe not, yes.
Maybe not. That's why I love KT Janitor Age Up, because I don't kill anything with it.
You guys, by the way, that's not Beastie impersonating Anatan. That's Beastie impersonating Serbia. So that is a
No,
Serbian...
that's me impersonating anything.
So that's not a Serbian accent as well.
No, this is the Serbian
I was
accent.
like, yeah.
Well, I'm Serbian and I'm talking like this.
Yeah,
Checkmate.
I'm gonna be Serbian soon, and then we'll decide what the Serbian accent is.
Well, I've been Serbian longer than you, so I decide.
Now,
That's how it goes.
Now, MSN is actually playing it up a little bit. I like this. MSN, he's angling differently. Oh, no, never mind. He's running into the sofas, but he's angling differently. Boy Scout. So he's not doing the gold player mistake of going straight into this R and trade network. He's going from the other side trying to find damage. But the problem is, he's just gonna find no damage. Yeah, sure, the deer are here, but there's still a tower to defend. And this tower, it's got a pretty good backup in it. An easy javelin emplacement for the man, but actually this is quite a lot of units. He's getting +1 attack. And now I'm wondering how this will pan out, especially with the fact that he only has 5 archers. He's playing against a man who has sofas. He's in for a lot of trouble.
That's right. And we do see Sofas trying to intercept a little bit, snack on them spearmen. The pro scouting is completed almost on the MSN side of the map, so he kind of wants to snack the digger on the other side of the map. But I think you definitely, like you said earlier, you definitely need siege engineering for this. Like, you can't just dive this thing because it actually does a lot of damage, especially if it's hitting range units. Can we show the damage of it? Can we? Yeah. Look at that. 16 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That's 6, 7, 16 damage.
I'm not playing ping pong with. No, you're banned. I'm not playing ping pong with you tonight. That's your punishment.
Why, you don't want to lose again?
Fool.
Oh, got him.
It's not about losing.
You might win the first time. Costs gold to upgrade.
Yes, it doesn't cost.
That is very cool.
And this is gonna mean the Mr. Ooh, what about the rest of the emplacements? Okay, no, the rest of them are still stuck.
Imagine.
I was like, whoa, this might make
That'd be
that
great.
might actually make it viable. Would it?
Nah, that'd be make it. Oh, stop giving them ideas. Stop.
Okay, any devs
Stop
in the
right
chat?
now.
Tune out right now.
That's a lot of units. Like, you... Okay, is MSN gonna MSN? Is he just gonna YOLO dive into this?
I see Twitch chat still on the Paradise. Bachelor in Paradise, except the Paradise is Serbia.
That's right.
It's,
Why don't we call it Dentlorette?
then
Like
the-
Bachelorette, but Dentlorette.
It could just be like, you know, Love Island. We can like Love Homestead or I don't know.
Love cup.
Love is no, because it will be blind. It will be-
Something with 2 cups.
It. Oh,
I love cups. Like, I have big...
oh God! Stop! I told you this is not gonna work. We can't cast together. You would just go off the handle.
That's not my fault. I was professional.
One girl. Now we just need 2 cups.
Right.
Okay. Right. This is gonna be awesome.
Okay, you're derailing this stream.
Yes,
right
I'm sorry, guys. This is my fault. Yeah.
Poppy doing a beastie Donzo strategy? Don't tell me. America, click on that barracks right now.
What barracks?
On barracks of Mali. Oh no! He doesn't have.
Oh no,
He
that's
has
the
dark.
beastie.
That's developers' fault, by the way. Why do they look the same as the feudal ones?
Do they?
Yeah, you didn't tell the difference. Well, don't zoom in.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you can't tell the difference. That's crazy. Dev's got to fix that.
I mean, honestly, these archers look the same as the javelin throwers to me right now as well. Don't zoom in, but...
No, they don't. Stop right there. They do not look the same. MSN has reached the castle age. Queues up 3 upgrades. Clean, by the way.
Okay,
Clean.
guys, we need to put this on the bingo card. MSN reaches castle. This is big. This is big. This is a
Well, if he doesn't qualify, I don't see a point in that bingo. What if he sends Farimba? He's not gonna, but we imagine if he did. Holy, that'd be crazy.
We could be in for the real...
Holy cow, that would be crazy.
Wow, that was a good pun, brother. But now, with the tower... What? We're siblings, what are you talking about?
Okay.
So, Puppypaw, he is the man who is on the front end of the raid. Because when you're up against China, you're usually the one who is, you know, overwhelmed with units. But right now, you're the Malians. Ilalu, brother. You're just gonna be able to Ilalu your way all the way to the next A. Oh, wait, yeah?
Marika, is he missing the timing again? Because I feel like he's had a timing about this wee big.
It is wee big. If only Stream could see you now.
Gigi Dog is pulling on my chair. Totter, it's gonna make noise. Don't do that.
Now, with this fight, this is going to be a pretty heavy one, but the javelin throwers, they are not upgraded just yet. It looks like the horses making their way forward, but into towers, and I feel like, just like Beastie said, there was a timing here, and the timing has been missed. Donzo's now making...
Are they feudal?
Wait.
The Donzos?
Yeah.
They are hardened.
That's pretty... That's rock solid.
Rock solid. And that's pretty good. Now, does he think he's upgraded them to castle, or does he know that he just upgraded them to feudal?
Well,
that's the question that I want to know.
Well, maybe Donzos just need to have a little bit of a feudal age upgrade. It's not that big of a deal. I just wanted to put that in there so people can see that Gigi Dog and Beastie are having a little bit of a situation here. And Gigi Dog being really excited about the Malian playstyle. She herself, she is very enthusiastic about these types of aggressive plays coming out. But just watching it from up close, she and Beastie enjoying the sight between the two. But Sofa's making their way through and the walls are not going to come up quick enough. Now, usually when you're almost even in villager count against the Malians, it doesn't feel good. Especially considering that's not a villager lead, that is just a bunch of Imperial officials supervising.
I'm back.
Okay, don't worry, I'll take over.
So the Saharan Trade Network, working out, did what it's supposed to. For javelin throwers, production is stopped. The Moo Boom is completed. Donzos are still in queue. We got some sofas. Are we gonna see the archer switch? Yes. Most likely. I would assume so. But he might go pure Donzo. No, he's going Sofa, Donzo, and Archers. And this is the point in the game where even if China had really good success,
Right, success.
which this game not really, right? No villagers killed, nothing. But even if he did have success, China will be running out of food soon. And Malian just got the Moo Boom up and going. So from here on out, it just gets worse and worse for China.
Now, Puppypaw, he's floating a lot of resources here, and this might just be because he doesn't have enough production buildings to queue up 600 sofas. But it feels like that's on the way. These guys just absolutely waiting for that timing of, hey, we have an infinite mass. We're gonna take you down and let's see what happens. But 16 lances is nothing to scoff at. Did you just scoff at them? Stop! You can't just scoff at lancers.
16?
Look at them, they're impressive.
16?
Oh, go.
What?
Do you need to spit at the thing is spitting?
I didn't see it. I didn't see
You
it.
had one job.
Dude, this is such a beastie spawn. Double front gold, and then this third gold is scuffed with the bears as well. That's crazy.
At least Puppypaw has a back wood line. That
At least he
gets to
can
fall
win
back
with
on.
this one. Am I right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'll get him next time.
Now, with the sofa raise, and this is what I talked about, it is gonna start becoming an issue. They're gonna start to make things a little bit harder with time because the raids are going to be relentless. And even if those get lost, they are just
Oh
going
my god.
to put more in the arsenal.
The villagers just decided to get out of that tower and they got boinked right in the snoot. In the snoot department. So we do see +2 not on the way.
Now I'm going to hide us so they can actually see the game. The GG dog feature is over. But the problem with lances are they're expensive and they're not never ending. The food getting dangerously low. You can see there's still a deer that he gets to fall back on, but Pro Scout...
Oh, we see
Whoa, 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 whoa.
the tower is shooting. That's crazy range, isn't it?
It was pretty insane.
Yeah,
No.
he's got 1 foot.
He's got enough. Oh, never
No,
mind.
and then Puppypaw side is
God.
1 on food.
And the lances are just never going to be able to keep up with this mass of the sofas.
The other side, we see a little gold harassment on that scuffed ass gold, but Puppypaw sees that right there, bro. He's gonna be steered that back. Innit?
One villager getting all the effort, but this is 2 towers to fight against. Javelin throwers, they are going right for it though. They don't care. This is just the beauty of the Jav. They can also frontline. Everything is okay with diving. The javelin mass sucking up all that damage that would be dangerous, but no, not a problem. There is a raid going on and the lancers are trying to do the work, but they're currently focused on military, and MSN is not able to find any damage. The crossbows just getting picked off like they're made of paper. Puppypaw just absolutely destroying everything here, and the lancers, they might find it's a respectable amount of kills, but the respectable amount of kills on this side is equal.
Yeah, and this looks like maybe a fast, maybe a slow death for MSN. The food situation is, I mean, he's on berries right now around the map. And as the time goes, like I said, the Malian is just going to have more and more income. The units are pumping and the GG is old, which means that the dog is going to be up 3-0.
Now, MSN, he was supposed to be the dark horse that takes down the paw, but Puppypaw, you know, the paw is the law.
He's going to change his name to like Dog Paw.
When he grows up? I mean, at what age is he
Like
grown
a
up?
Pokemon.
At what age are you an adult? Like a real fully fledged adult. I feel like 26. That's when, or like maybe 28. That's when it hit for me. What about you?
You didn't hit yet.
Makes
No,
a
I'm
lot of
joking.
sense.
I don't know. Like I think it depends.
Mm.
What you consider an adult.
What do you
Some
consider
people
an adult?
never grow up.
True.
It is true. But
Big
I think
cast.
that game is very same as the first game. This was the timing. This is MSN.
That was a pretty good explanation, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
MSN,
think-
he keeps
yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, he has a good timing, but then he just waits and right?
Whoa. Can I try to hit the timing?
You'll probably hit it on
No.
accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you need to put it in a view. Okay. So sometimes I feel like there was in his previous games, it went like ba, 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 and ba. That happened in the previous set
Oh.
there. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I can't. I just.
she hurt me.
I shouldn't have the moneymaker like that.
No, but I think, bro. But I think he's just missing the timing. Like he's setting himself up, but then it ain't there.
Facts.
Bottom line, we have Puppypaw playing as the Knights Templar.
That was wonderful, Beastie. I do think that Twitch chat, they will probably not be able to hear us because of the noise gate.
Wait, did you guys hear me there introducing the players or no?
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah, what is this production?
yeah. It just happens.
They can't hear the squeaking. They can hear the ASMR.
Oh, those are not the important things. You have to
Okay,
keep
I'll
that
do
in
a
mind.
loud whisper. In the bottom left, we have red KT player. Puppypaw.
Puppypaw, yeah, my boy, all the way raining
In
from the region of North America.
Is he French Canadian?
No, he's Canadian.
Whoa, what are you trying to say? Are French Canadians?
No,
not
it's
Canadians?
just no. Whoa, I would never say that. I love my French Canadians. Calm down.
Sacre bleu.
I just
et
meant to
non
say-
chocolat.
I honestly,
That's crazy. I can't believe you said that.
I would never.
And in the top right, we have
he just doesn't speak French.
MSN.ek.
Wow.
Playing as the IU bits.
So MSN, he reigning from Denmark. You have to ask yourself, who's the real winner? Puppypaw right now, yeah. He's 3-0 in the lead.
Yeah, I would say for sure.
Yeah, Puppypaw is cranking. But the problem is, MSN is going for the advancement wing. And you might be thinking, that's very advanced decision making, right, Rod? But the problem here is, Puppypaw is KT, and he don't give a damn. He's gonna be able to catch up. You can go counter dock him. He'll just make another one. I know they're expensive, but we've seen KT. It's still shining pretty brightly, living a great life. But we've got 8 on wood and MSN. He's probably having an idea about what's next. But what is next? Is it just gonna be land aggression?
Reka, as a water expert, if you will,
Yes.
they call me Poseidon on the streets.
Yeah.
I can tell you from watching these games that MSN does not play a lot of water maps or hybrid maps.
You think so?
Water, because I think Frisian he played fine. I don't think he's played a lot of 4 lakes. I'm gonna be honest, because the problem is opening fast culture wing advancement.
Oh.
I mean, what is the plan here? Okay, he's gonna go stable, and now he goes for a dog.
But if he already had a dock, it would be...
The thing is, even if you want to do some weird build like this, you can actually just chop a tree and get 2 fishing boats and then do the same thing he just did. But he's kind of doing this all over the place. Is he going to go for double dock now? Okay, so what is the plan? I think he's going to go Desert Raiders to harass potentially. Maybe even 2 Desert Raiders and then just mass fishing boats on both sides. I mean, okay, let's see it. Maybe...
Emerson's cooking. He might not be cooking
Okay,
anything.
he's going Horseman.
Okay. And Knights Hospitalier coming out. So, you know.
I can just tell you I can't eat this. This has gluten, so...
What are you talking about? The burger?
No, he's cooking the build.
Oh, okay.
I can't eat it. It has
The-
gluten.
Okay. You're not into this build.
Yeah, because the KT age up is really fast too, right? And you don't need any workers to age up.
And he's not able to make any fishing boats because he went for that second dock.
Yeah. Like, you see what I mean? It's just... Like, he made stables for 1 horseman. I mean, what can that 1 horseman do? If he kills a villager right now, he's not ahead. He's still behind.
Now that's
the problem.
I think this is the issue when you're playing against someone like Puppypaw. You're already questioning yourself. Now Beastie's coming in here telling you should question yourself more, especially on water maps.
Right.
Yeah. This is on you.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, hold up. Is he gonna get it like right now? Is that what
He's
you were
gonna
talking
get
about?
1 villager.
And
Okay.
a half?
Can he get the second one? He's trying to body block. Okay. He gets it? No, he gets it because there's no villagers near TC. Okay, 2 villagers. Now, that's... Okay, he's getting a barracks. Now, Puppypaw did not expect this fast horseman play. I can tell you that. But like 1 horsey boy. And now what do we go... Where do we go from here?
Well,
Have in mind, he also lost an age up. Because he went for the advancement wing. Which is basically like... He doesn't have any age up bonus. He doesn't have a landmark. There's that too. You're gonna cause some idle time here, which is noise. 4 fishing ships versus 3. 4-4.
no, I mean 4v4, that's pretty good. All things considered, he came out not ahead, but on level. And I mean ahead because he killed 2 villagers. But that horseman it definitely got a little bit of value. But now you have to consider we have spears. So what is going to be the answer? And we do see the answer is already queued up. It is going to be a few archers in it. So, Alex, You know how sometimes when players play a build, it doesn't make any sense to people at the top? Like, I know how frustrated you get when people just play weird stuff. It doesn't make any sense. But this is one of those. This is going to work against Puppypaw today. Oh god,
You think
going
it's gonna
rock,
work?
paper, scissors. Maybe.
See, I spotted the weakness. You see,
Yeah.
he's throwing down the barracks, but he hasn't seen the horseman. He's just sending it.
And Horseman here extending a little bit too far with running right into that spear. But with all of this, you have to consider there's an archer ready to fire. But MSN, he hasn't really gotten anything on the water except for just building his eco now. Now, is this the plan? Was this what he wanted to achieve? Because if he did, he got himself... Oh. Now the question is he actually going to be able to spot this? Because he has the horses. He has the presence on the map.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the fishing ship count, I mean, he is producing from both docks. So Puppypaw, okay, there's the second dock for Puppypaw right now. But if the game stays in this state, I feel like KT is just going to scale a lot better. Because if he puts all his workers on wood, he's going to get 20% of that in food. That's going to be really nice. We see Spearman coming out, but again, there's no horseman, so he's just kind of countering himself at this point. And that comes with the blind production building making.
Now, MSN is trying his best at finding more damage, but luckily for him, this might be possible, because as we can see, the woodline is getting significantly thinner, but at the same time, Puppypaw is fast as lightning, pulls back. Not too worried about this. What I'm really surprised to see is just that MSN is not taking control of the pilgrims. You have the mobility. You need to be on top of your opponent. You need to be able to punish them for it. This is your point to exploit every single weakness of you having the mobility your opponent doesn't. And the first Knights Hospitalier or Hospitalier Knight comes on out, and it is going to be disgusting when they start amassing.
Yeah, right now we see a little Deserator as well. Now, if this goes into... I mean, Mass Hospitalier probably not gonna happen. I think he's just gonna get like maybe 3 to 5 for healing. This is pretty nice, you know, they heal up after a fight and so on. But I think he's just gonna focus on Spearman, Archer, Hospitalier, especially when he sees the Spearman, right? I don't think he'll be going into Horseman. And I think from Puppypaw's point of view, like... the opponent went for fast age up into Horseman, so he's probably being like, you know what, as long as I keep making as long as I keep making fishing boats and I keep making an army, I'm gonna scale pretty well. So I don't think he needs to worry like he needs to do some damage around the map. But is MSN going for castle behind this? Got 8 on already.
And the problem is, if he is, he's very much exposed. MSN getting himself a nice bit of stone as well to just make sure the towers get in place. But the army is straight on the way here, and tower does get used, instantly being a little bit of a deterrent. I like this from MSN. He's already playing it a little bit safer. I mean, the previous games he definitely played safe. But he's playing it safer in terms of not taking any major risks outside his base, but rather just inside. And making sure that is not going to get exposed. But now the villagers on the woodline are going to be quite susceptible to this. Some of them fighting back with these low HP horsemen. And oh, the Desert Raider is not going to be enough to deal with these spears. But quickly we see more villagers paying the price as MSN's attention is focused elsewhere. That tower I was talking about, sure, it's on the woodline, but he didn't think about that on the gold and quickly tries to rush it up.
Yeah, so he's very close to the castle age up. Now it's on Puppypaw, he has seen what's up. It's on him to be like, okay, am I gonna all in this? Am I gonna age up myself? And if we see a big KT switch to the gold, then we got our answer. But so far, he's still got 0 on gold, 28 on wood. It seems like he's just mass producing still.
What do you go for here? And I don't mean what does MSN go for here. What do you go for here? Not mass dismiss. Yeah, no, I figured.
Because he doesn't even have the first set of upgrades. So you actually need to get the first set in order to get the second set.
And he doesn't have a barracks. He doesn't have the gold for the first set of upgrades either.
Yeah, so... I mean, on this map... I guess it depends what you go for first, right? But if you're playing against a Knight Civ, you could go for the military tech, but... you could go eco at the big wing, wouldn't be that bad. Do a lot of things, but I think he's just going for master wing, military wing master smiths to try maybe hold off a timing with immediate +2/+2, and we see a dock coming in, and MSN is not making a military ship right now. So if Puppypaw wanted, he could try and snack on that dock really quick.
You can see he's quickly trying to get that +1 ranged attack up, but with the units he has, it doesn't feel like this is anything that's actually going to help him. He right now is getting himself into a spot where he just gets upgrades for nothing that matters. Puppypaw, behind this, he is just ready to go up to castle. He stopped producing units, and Master Smith might be hitting soon, but Puppypaw's age up is going to be quick to follow. Now, he does get a scout as a kill, but nothing else being produced to actually justify that +1 ranged attack.
Yeah, I mean, he will... I think the way this works is he will get immediate +2 now, ranged attack, and then the rest will come one by one, I think. I literally never went this wing in my life. That's how good I think it is.
I believe in a wing, and it's the only wing I believe in is the chicken wing.
Chicken wing.
The chicken wing.
I haven't eaten chicken wings in like 6 months.
Yeah, but they're high in calories. We can't.
Yeah.
We can't
Oh, I know, I'm just saying, I mean, people still call me chicken wing guy.
Why are chicken wings so high in calories that the rest of the chicken is so edible?
Bro.
That's like the biggest scam. Can't chicken wings just also be low calorie?
Not necessarily low. Yeah, anyway. +2/+2 completed. But the thing is, he's got 7 archers. And again, if you're going for like some kind of timing, like you got 30 archers and you're like, I'm gonna snack this real quick. He has 7 archers.
And he's going for the archer veterancy as well. He's spending his gold on this and still not queuing up more archers, just going for the camel lances here. And I don't know if he's going in with a plan. It feels like MSN is lost.
Up there too, so there's that. In the blacksmith, the one that produces units quicker.
Okay.
You got that too, but
For free.
yeah.
Okay.
I think industry would be pretty nice there. Maybe even eco-wing growth. You get some for villagers.
Ooh, imagine pulling that boar instead now. See, that is the real 5-head. Pulling the boar goes on the villager, and you just get out unscathed. But this is going to be a military ship coming out from Puppypaw, and it's going to be a demo ship at that.
That's an assassination right there.
I am so ready for it, guys. We're going to go in and zoom, so we can see this happening in real time. Oh, never mind.
Okay, I thought it was gonna send it to the archers. Boom.
Disgusting. And the archer ship E definitely is getting his value, but not pulled back in a moment. And unfortunately does pay the price. But now the camel lancers, these boys have a plan. The plan is simple. Find the damage.
America Angevin Empire is in, which means the heavy spearmen are gonna be cranking on the field. And those guys, fucking love them. You don't need to micro them. They mow down archers, they mow down cavalry. They only lose to crossbow. So, if you manage to either delete the crossbows from the opponent or there's just no crossbows, they will go uncontested and just beat everything up. Couple of villager kills, okay. Very nice start for MSN. Gets a couple of more. Keeps snacking on them villagers.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, never
Okay.
mind.
Almost.
Doesn't get the last attack off, but the heavy spears are very much revealed.
That's a lot of dead horses.
And the army has been completely cleaned up. Now, the archer numbers increased, so this does mean he isn't investing in that, but getting crossbows at the same time, of course, you're dealing with heavy spearmen, but you are still dealing with a ton of archers that are gonna make them disappear. And now I think the last part of this game is gonna mean that we have the disappearance of MSN's chance of qualifying for Homestead Cup. M&M. That's actually never mind, I was about to give you fun facts. But the archers, they are going to be able to snack on villagers as they run past. Oh, and we see a desperation manjanique coming out. Everyone loves a good manjanique, but a desperation manjanique, it does not. Ooh, it does hit the same. It does hit exactly the same. Desperation manjanique MVP right now. Crossbows They're gonna need to find some good damage, but these heavy spears, they are chasing right into them. And the camels follow suit, but Manjanique going to get a decent shot. Yeah. I don't know, I don't want to say anything. That could have been it. That could have been the moment.
The beginning.
Yeah. And Manjanique, though, he's doing work.
Yeah,
He's
cleans up.
doing work. And this is actually the most clutch Manjanique in the history of the game.
Yeah, where are his wood villagers? Oh, they're in the back. Yeah, there's a back wood line that they're working on right now. I mean, he doesn't even need that much wood, right? Like, he's just going crossbow, camel lancers, but he's not actually producing anything because he's got none on gold. He got pushed off of it, and he is trying his best to work around it.
Well, the camel lancers, they do a decent job at cleaning up some of these, but the heavy spearmen will prevail eventually. We do see the archers not doing the greatest of job against the camel lancers, but you gotta keep in mind, these guys are super expensive and MSN does not have a lot more of them. Behind it though, Puppypaw, he's got his lakes pretty much covered, 29 ships and more coming. He did manage to win the fight down here, even though the dock got destroyed. But that hasn't redocked just yet.
Win.
Yeah. And at this point, with 1,000 food per minute, you are not looking at slowing down. 2 towers being put down here at the front. You're not...
More Manjanique. I mean, when in doubt, Manjanique.
Manjanique out, yeah.
Oh, okay, Manjanique out.
Yeah,
okay.
when in down, Manjanique out. When in...
Okay.
You've never heard...
No.
Mm,
Did you make that?
no, it's like, it's a saying without.
No, I know, but with the Manjanique, I never heard
no,
that. That's yours.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I just put a reference there, but it does look like the mangonels are gonna do some decent work against the archers. The problem is this one is covered by heavy spears, and Wololo is gonna need to heal up. Never mind.
I think that's...
He's all cooked. He's all cooked, Mister.
The heavy spearmen are mopping up. MSN takes a second.
And Puppypaw.
Wow.
Wow.
The dog
The
will
dog.
be joining his brother to the land.
Yet again, putting himself into a spot where we have a real... Honestly, this is a crazy lineup for Homestead Cup.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some pretty cranked out players here. This is wild. So, your first time in Eastern Europe, right?
Yeah, it's my first time.
And how do you feel about the journey? Was it, do you feel like it was pretty hard compared to previous qualifiers for events? Or were you happy to join the last week and get the strongest of them out in the first 2?
Yeah, it was a lot easier, I'd say, but that's obviously because most of the strong players already qualified for this event.
Looking at the current lineup, how do you feel about your chances in this event?
I feel okay. It's really going to come down to how I play at the event, but I'm confident that I can at least make a good run. Yeah.
We were talking about the underdog at the event, and we were deciding if it was B or Beastie. So we're definitely. Now, who do you think is the favorite for all of this? And I know we still have 2 months. Oh my goodness, it's a little bit less, a month and a half. Oh. So we have a month and a half to go. Who do you think is going to be our favorite for this?
Unfortunately, I have to say Marine, but I do think anyone can win. It really depends on, maybe a bit of RNG, but like mostly practice, how they play for the event. But yeah, probably Marine.
Go for it.
I'm trying to remember all the games that we've had because I've been watching games all day. I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked to Wham. What's the most OP Civ right now?
It's tough.
Damn.
I think Malians or Sengoku.
Okay. But in your series against Wham, Sengoku was let through. What's up with that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know how to draft. Like, I'm just picking civs and hoping things go well.
That's my favorite way of drafting.
Hmm.
Or I do the draft and then I draft bad. I'm like, yeah, that's what I wanted. I convinced myself it was actually a good one. Are you going to be preparing for table tennis at all, or spicy chicken wings, anything like that?
Yeah. I have to practice a bit of table tennis. Yeah.
Do Canadians play table tennis? Actually?
Well, I don't know about Canadians, but we do. Me and Wham do. So
Okay.
we have
Yeah, Mareka is preparing. She's rapidly improving.
Yeah, I've played 3 days. Very nice. Yeah. No, it definitely, we want to make sure that this event feels a little bit more homely. I know with the last time we had an event like this, it was basically like N4C. So that was before your time, before you joined AoE. So not going to be as much just gameplay. But yeah, all in all, we're looking forward to having you here for a very social event. And I know it might be a little bit overwhelming with all the socializing that will be taking place. In all of it, we are expecting a pretty large patch, as we know the season will be ending. Do you think that there are any changes that need to be made before an event, a live event like this takes place with some civs?
I don't know where to start. I would just wish they fix like the crashes, and that would be like a priority for esports in particular. But anything that they fix, I'm happy for. I always am looking forward to any patch.
What about sheep?
I love sheep. Yeah. When I get like 3 sheep, I'm very happy. Doesn't bother me. I just yeah. I love sheep.
I feel the same way.
Was there an incident we should be aware of?
No, Poppy's just a very much enjoyer of not getting sheep.
Mm.
Scout the whole map and, 3 sheep of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Puppypaw is one of those players that really like the maps where we spawn with like 10 sheep around the TC. It was a great change, right?
They do a lot of good things with these maps, but I wish they weren't bugged or stuff like that. I don't want to be too harsh on AoE
that makes sense. Oh, I mean, it is what it is. We are gonna try to see. We'll have a meeting about it with all the pro players, because guys, this tournament, we are making sure that the players drive the map choices and the rules to make sure that it's more of a pro player driven event than just 1 or 2 admins deciding what your fate is. So Puppypaw, thank you again and congratulations, and sorry for the weird interview. I think Beastie and I are both a little bit cooked after those intense games. So seeing a little bit of Master Smiths coming out of AoBits, I think threw us completely off. And you also going for Malian's, what is that landmark called again?
Saharan Trade Network.
That one, the big tower. I make it all the time. I still don't know what it's called. It was crazy, and I'm really glad to see that you utilized your beastie spawns to really make it look convincing. It was fun to watch. So, look forward to seeing you here. Congratulations again, and are there any final words you have for the stream?
I'd just like to say thank you, obviously, for hosting the event, and yeah, I look forward to coming.
All right, look forward to having you. But guys, that will be it for us today. And thank you all for joining. We have had a blast here, and I mean, I've tortured poor people through these interviews, but all in all, thank you for joining me, my professional co-caster, Beastie Cutie. It was lovely having you here, sir.
I'm hungry. I'm tired. I'm happy we got the 8 players locked in.
Thank you for enjoying this big show that we've had, and all the technical difficulties. It was great. We heard them sometimes, we didn't hear them other times. It is what it is. We finally put up a show, and I think it was a decent one at that. But guys, thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you. We're gonna do a few show matches on the way there, but for now, I need a weekend off, and we'll see exactly what the next few weeks have in store for us. So guys, thank you so much for joining. We'll see you here next time. And yeah, get ready for the Homestead Cup. See you soon. Bye.